Hi friends, yes, the recording. Okay, let's cover rectilinear motions, examples, and questions in 10 minutes. Now, whole mechanics is divided here into two parts: statics and dynamics. Statics part of this study the forces and their effect on objects at rest. Rest is important. And study of forces and their effect on objects in motion is studied in dynamics part. Motion and rest. Rectilinear motion is what we will study. I have already talked about position, displacement, distance, etc. Now we know how to calculate average velocity. Velocity, please keep in mind it is velocity, not speed. Where average velocity is equal to displacement times time to take that displacement, to reach that displacement. And now instantaneous velocity will be the derivative of x with respect to time. Please understand friends, I will teach you derivative in another video, but just understand that velocity is equal to dx by dt. Now let's do some questions. Here is a graph of a particle with coordinates y and x, where x is written 2 meter, 4 meter, 6 meter, and y written 2 meter, 4 meter. Now question is, a particle starts from point A and travels along the solid curve. Is this curve shown in figure? Find approximately the of position B of the particle such that the average velocity between the positions A and B has the same direction as the instantaneous velocity at B. I don't know where the B is, so I don't think I can solve this problem. Something is wrong with this problem. Let's go to another question. Here, Ram takes 4 seconds and Syam takes 5 seconds to grow from P to Q. 4 seconds and 5 seconds. Find average speed of Ram and Syam, average velocity of Ram and Syam. Average speed will be in example 1. So it is assumed that distance is 100, so then average speed will be 100 by 4, and average speed of Syam will be the distance. Something is wrong. Oh, this is for Ram, this is for Syam. Okay, since I didn't read this, get this question, let's leave this question too. Now this question is very easy. A particle travels half of total distance with speed v1. Okay, half distance is traveled with speed v1 and another half is traveled with speed v2. Find out the average speed of the particle. Okay, suppose total distance is traveled by the particle in 2 seconds. Okay, 1 second plus 1 second. No, not 1 second plus 1 second. Total 2 seconds. So suppose then first half to travel time will taken will be s by v1, distance divided by velocity, and second half will be travel in distance by the velocity. So did you get it? We have to first calculate total distance and then divide by total time. That is the definition of average speed. The total distance covered will be s by v1 plus s by v2. No, this will be the total time covered and the total distance will be 2a. So you can calculate this. Good question. Now, another question is, a person is traveling on a straight line, moves with a uniform velocity v1 for some time and with uniform velocity v2 for the next equal time. The average velocity v is given by. We know the definition of average velocity is v1 plus v2 by 2. So Time taken is same. Suppose for distance s1 time is t by 2 and for distance s2 the time is same t by 2. So v1 will be the velocity will be equal to s1 divided by t by 2. That is distance divided by time. This will be the velocity. Which velocity? Velocity between A to C. And this will be the velocity between C to B. Now the average velocity will be, as I said, total distance by total time, that will be equal to s1 plus s2 by t. You can solve this. Acceleration is the change in velocity divided by the time interval to take that change, and instantaneous, that is at that instance, time taken at that instance. Now average velocity is total distance divided by total time taken. Instantaneous acceleration. Let's solve questions on accelerated motion. These are the equations you can read. Let's solve some problems. Suppose a particle is moving rectilinearly with a constant acceleration, it having initial velocity of 10 meter per second. Okay, 10 meter per second, the velocity, initial velocity, and after some time its velocity becomes 30 meter per second. From 10 meter per second, the velocity becomes 30 meter per second. Find the velocity of the particle at the mid of the path. So, suppose the total distance traveled, why it is taken 2x? Because it want to break that distance into two parts. Distance up to midpoint is x and the velocity is v and acceleration is a. So equation is will be this: v square plus 10 square plus 2ax. You can pause the video and understand this. I'm uh, going little bit fast, so you can see this equation. And same wise, you can solve this equation and calculate the v. Now, there is another question. Mr. Sharma brakes his car with constant acceleration with a velocity of 25 to 15 meter per second over distance. So, change in velocity is 10. Distance is this. First, x. V is equals to 1 by 2 u plus v is equals to 1 by 2 15 plus 25 equals to 20. You can read this question. This is very easy question. And v is equal to u plus at, a equal to v minus u by t. This is the formula of a, acceleration. This is minus 1 meter per second square. Now t is equal to v minus u by a. That is equal to 0 minus 25 divided by minus 1. I am not saying you to solve these problems. I am saying that you should understand what is the problem about. Now the last question. A police inspector in a jeep is chasing a pickpocket and a straight road. Okay. A police inspector is chasing a pickpocketer. The jeep is going at its maximum speed v, assumed uniform. Maximum speed v. The pickpocket rides on the motorcycle of a waiting friend. Okay. When the jeep is at a distance d away and the motorcycle starts with a constant acceleration a. Okay. So that pickpocket will be caught if v is greater than square root 280. This is what you have to prove. Now, this is the solution. S is the 1 by 2 half 80 square, and during the interval the jeep travels a distance. Like this is the equation d and v and a. S, formula of S is half 80 square where u is equals to 0, and after this some interval the distance is between these are d. S plus d is equals to vt. So there are two equations we have. If you solve this equation, you will get the result.